The chef picked up a knife to prepare the lobster, but then he noticed a strange white liquid under its body. As he flipped the lobster over to take a closer look, the white liquid suddenly sprayed out from its belly. The head chef got splashed in the face and quickly called his assistant over. But while the assistant was handling it, he too got sprayed all over. They thought it was just some harmless white fluid, something that wouldn't affect the human body. But later that night on his way home after work, the head chef suddenly felt dizzy and weak. He figured maybe it was just exhaustion from working too much, so he kept walking toward his house. But before he could get far, he suddenly collapsed, vomiting a large amount of black liquid. 2 hours later he was pronounced dead after failed resuscitation. Meanwhile, on another stretch of coastline, a killer whale covered in strange wounds had washed ashore. To uncover the cause, Jason, a marine biologist, followed the wind and made his way to a nearby bay. From fishermen who had just returned from the sea, he learned 3 hours earlier, while they were out fishing, a killer whale had attacked their boat, causing severe damage to their vessel. Fighting for their lives, the fishermen had no choice but to strike back with harpoons. Maybe it was the same one lying on the beach. But these events made Jason uneasy, because killer whales are social animals. They usually don't attack humans on their own, so what could have driven it insane? Jason was puzzled. To search for the truth, he began monitoring the waters day and night, and finally one day, he picked up signals of another pod of killer whales. So he set out immediately. Jason sailed to open waters, dropped his detectors and started listening to the orcas. But as he focused on the sounds, a massive creature suddenly swam up behind him. It was a humpback whale. It lingered next to his boat for a long time, observing him, then slipped away without a sound. Jason wasn't here for humpbacks anyway, so he didn't think much of it, and kept his attention on the killer whales. But when he raised his binoculars, he suddenly saw a pod of killer whales rushing at full speed toward a cruise ship. Realizing the danger, he sped off after them. The humpback whale began slapping the surface of the sea. The tourists on the ship thought it was putting on a show, not knowing death was closing in on them. At that moment Jason's boat arrived too, and right behind him was the killer whale pod. Now the passengers were racing against death itself. But in the end Jason still couldn't save them.